Okay, hello, Anthony from PerformerDesk here, and I'm going to go through today how to create forms. The forms are then embedded on your website, which then bring through inquiries into the PerformerDesk CRM system. So, let's go to the form section of our site. Now we go to create form. I may or may not include the create vCard section in this tutorial, or might do a separate one. The vCard is super powerful, but create form. Now here you have three choices: public form, inline, or pop-up. Public form is a URL or link that you can pass to people that when they go to it, it takes them to the PerformerDesk self-hosted page where they fill out the data that you've asked them to do. They all have the same next steps field. So if I go to next, you'll see you've got fields. You can choose minimum, standard, or custom. Then after that, you go to customize, and now you can customize the form header, the button text, and the success message. And finally, you click next for a preview. Slightly different with this being the self-hosted one. We're going to go back to the one that says here, inline widget. Inline widget is a block of HTML which you can put anywhere on your website or pass to your developer to put on your website. It's super simple, and the form is now on your site. The second option is pop-up widget. I can't speak. Pop-up widget, which is a button, and when someone clicks that button on your website, it loads up the form. We'll go into the pop-up widget shortly because it also offers a floating button option, which I'll show you in a moment. So we really have added a lot of features just into the form section alone, but let's not get too carried away. The main function of this is to gather an inquiry. So the main function of a form is to gather an inquiry. You might want to have a shorter form on one area of your website, just asking for a name and email, and another area you might want to have one with 5 or 6 or 7 questions. So inline widget. You now have an extra option, theme and style. Click on next. Here's where you choose whether you want minimum, which is just name and email. And if we go to keep going to the next, you'll see that it's just name and email here. Let's go back. Now we can choose standard, which has all of these fields included. Now we go custom. Custom is where it gets really exciting. You can add, by clicking on here, extra requests. You can even add custom questions. So these custom questions are created in the settings field. I'll go through that at the very end of this tutorial. But you can add custom question 1. It could be Instagram handle or something else. Whatever it is, something custom to you. So here are your main details. You can move these around above or below each other, but the first two that cannot be moved are the name and the email. They are always required. Okay, but the phone number, the event, the message, they are there. They're not required, but there is an option that will be added very shortly by the next time you check on this that will allow you to set up whether you want the phone number to be required or not. Now, here's the extra exciting part. I've added these little pluses. So if I add a plus here after name and email, it's now going to split the form into steps. So the user sees step 1, enter name and email. Step 2, phone and event. Step 3, event, date and message. So you can build totally customizable form for your website, which is super powerful. I'll show you that at the end, but let's leave them off for now and let's go to the next. Here you change the form heading, button and the message, and next, and we go to the theme and style. Now you can choose from a dark mode where it gives you the preview immediately down below, and light mode. You can choose the colors where we have set color schemes already there, and if you have a custom color scheme you can click it and choose your own color. So if you choose dark green, it will automatically put a white text. If you choose a light color, let's say light blue, it will automatically change the text to black. You can change the size like this as well of the text. So it really is quite customizable. And when you're happy with your design, let's go to black. Black changes everything like that, you see. It's very cool. When you're happy, oh, one final thing. Single column or double column. If you do double column, it puts them one next to each other like this. The form is slightly bigger on your website. If you do single column, then it's slightly smaller. Great for name and email, and great for mobile devices as well. 2 columns will turn into 1 column on a mobile device. Now let's click Next. Finally, you get your preview. You get to preview what it even looks like, the thank you. And here is a script that you must copy. So you select everything there, you copy it, Command C for me, and we're going to click Create Form. Okay. If we create form, that form is now going to appear here. Now, it tells you the date it was created, because I should have given it a better name than my widget. Created 20th of July 2026. If I ever want to edit it, I can just go back into edit there, and I can view the form. I can go into edit here and see that it's the inline widget, that it's the one that we were working on just then. You see? Okay, so let's just close that for now. Here is your embed code, and now we go to our online web software. Let's say here is a test page for me. At the bottom of Magic World, I've added a form. Now, if I go in Elementor, now not everybody uses Elementor, but a lot of people do, and they use blocks, and it works in the same way. Here I've got a block, which is a HTML block. As long as I just copy and paste everything into there, click Publish. Now, on my front end, when that finishes publishing, I'm going to refresh the page that I've put it on, and at the bottom here you'll see there's my single line information here. Let's type something in, John Smith, john@john.com. It should check numbers. Event type, event date, and and I need a magician. Send inquiry. Now there you go, thank you very much. And now if we go back to the PerformerDesk system, where was it here? And we go to enquiries, like magic, your inquiry is here, John Smith. Event type, data and venue. I will check why that's not showed up, but it will do. Status is new. Let's click on it for a moment. And now you can view the information here. You can start adding the pricing in and doing everything you need to then request the client data if you wish, or convert it to an event, client, and a booking all in one click, which is really cool. So that is there. I will look into why the event type, date, and venue is not showing, but there'll be a very clear reason. But let's go back to forms. Now, we can see the form here. We can go to edit, and we can give it a better name. So let's see where we edit the name of it. Super widget front page. So you can give it a link to where it's being saved on, so you can find it easily in the future. And now if we go back to widgets, you'll be able to see super widget front page. Now let's go to the part where I'm going to change it to a pop-up. Let's go to edit and pop-up widget. Now this has a few extra features built into it. Oh, okay, I'm going too far ahead. Let's just jump back to here. I want to show you the steps. So if I now do step 1, step 2, and click next, next, you're going to see it here. Click next. This is your steps, and you can see step 1, 2, and 3. Now someone has to enter in their name. So if we go back, I think we can even test it here. No, I think it's just showing you, so you don't have to actually enter any test data here. Just click next. Then it goes on to the second step, phone, event type, next step, event date, thing, and thank you. So that's a really powerful system that you can add stepped questions to your users. Now let's go back to type and pop-up widget. Let's just remove the steps for now, and let's keep it minimal, and let's go to customize, then theme. Now here's where we have some extra options. We've got a floating button. This means in the bottom right of your website you're going to have a floating button that someone clicks and it brings up the form. You can set the X and the Y, so how high from the bottom and the side it actually is. Let's just leave it at 24 for now. And let's also show that you can choose a physical button. So this is a physical button that's on your website. They click it and it pops up the form, or a timed pop-up. Timed pop-up is hidden. You simply put the code anywhere on your page that you want it to appear, and after 5 seconds, it's going to pop up for the user. It will only show it once per session if you tick that button. So a lot of functionality built into this tiny little system, but let's go back to physical button, no, floating button, bottom right. There we go. Let's click next. Now let's copy this. Okay. Now I probably already have a floating button on my website, but let's go back to here. Let's paste it in and let's click save. This was actually a new feature I've only just added, so let's hope it actually works. Click refresh. There's your button, send inquiry, and now the user can click it and it pops up asking for information. How awesome is that? I just, it excites me when I see this kind of thing happening. It's so cool. So they can fill out the data now, and that will come straight through to your inquiry system. So really, really powerful stuff for converting leads. Now, if we go back to here and let's do a timed pop-up, 5 seconds. I'll untick that so it keeps showing every time and click next. Now we're going to copy and paste this and pop that in to here and click save. Now I'm going to hard refresh this page, and after 5 seconds, if my pop-up blocker doesn't block it, you should get a pop-up. There we go. Book Richard Booth. Blah, blah, blah. Done. So, yeah, I think we've covered almost everything in this section right now. I hope you can see the you know, how powerful this system actually can be for getting leads. Just this one area alone is very, very, very powerful. So the public form, I think we went over that earlier. That is everything we need to go. There is one final area, one final aspect, is QR codes. I should do a separate video on just QR codes, but this is going to blow your mind. After you've created your widget, you can copy the embed code quickly. You can put that anywhere you want, or you can click the QR. Now, here's where it gets really cool. There's your QR code. I'm just going to check this one works, but you do have to check your logo to make sure that it doesn't obstruct too much of the QR code. In this one, it does still work. But here you can give it a name. So let's say you call it Facebook. Okay, that's now tracking as Facebook. Now you can choose your shape. So you can have a circle, you can have a heart, you can have a spade, you can have a club, or you can have a diamond. So, I mean, it's pretty awesome. So now you can, I wouldn't really bother with any of these. These are just slightly changing the dots, but only of one area of the dots. And here you can change the color to any color you want, red, blue, black, whatever. Background color, you can change that as well. And finally, upload your own logo if you wish. So while, I mean, I'm going to upload a QR code in a QR code, but you can put your logo, a small icon in the middle as well. So for advertising for your business cards, this is a really fun and I think necessary tool. I've not seen anything like this before, and I think it's really, really going to change and make it so much more exciting for people to click on, rather than just a simple QR code. It's got shapes and it's just got so much potential. So you can now download the PNG or the SVG to put onto your business cards or flyers or banners for wedding venues, anywhere you want. And after it's been created, it is now tracking everything here. So I've got a previous QR code. There's no, that's not a previous one. This is a brand new system, so it's not a previous one at all. But you can always go there and view and edit quickly your widget, as you can see here. I might add some analytics, I think, for the QR code very shortly here. But all in all, you have your basic analytics here of how many people have come to your site through the system, and here you can click reset counter, which resets the counter back to 0, ready in case you want to track a certain campaign. Also, when the links come through, you can track exactly which QR code they came through with. So if you have this QR code that's connected to the front page, it's now tracking with this thing here, tracked as QR_business cards, QR_front page, and so on and so on. Hope that makes sense, and let's do a separate tutorial for the Create V card, which is a wonderful way of getting your information onto the spectator's phone for them to contact you at a later date. Thank you for watching. This is PerformerDesk.com, one of the most advanced, awesome CRM systems on the market today for magicians, musicians, anyone who is in the special sort of events community. If you are a fire eater, any event where you are getting booked, then PerformerDesk is a super system for you that will supercharge your ability to handle inquiries, leads, and send booking and invoices and contracts out. It makes it fun. That's basically, it makes it fun. So thank you very much for watching. Until the next video. Bye-bye.